Just one moment. Okay. So, I need to give myself a brief reminder of what I was doing. It has been 5 days since I've streamed since I've played anything, never mind streamed. That geothermal, yeah, those are both the geothermal power plant. This is Clifford Reed's message. Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Just who are you?
Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother, on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
This is your greetings?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I suppose you managed to grow anything, are you?
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Now, looks like you made yourself a home out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
That's about it. Reed asked you to come back to town. You're going to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Because of power regulator, I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
How much of... How much like you throwing that in her face to get me inside?
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
Still, it's not nice.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Let's say what happens to Edgewater.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Anyone else just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider.
I trust you will listen to your conscience. Anything else I can do for you?
Who first told you seemed to come to live here?
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the woman that saves the veil. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the veil?
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
So was much better than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Sounds like the town turned its back on you.
A fish rots from the head down. I do not blame the town. I blame the leader.
I need to quickly look something up. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna head back over to essentially what I want to do. I want to get Adelaide back into the town, and I'm trying to remember how I do such a thing. I have a feeling I fucked up with the speech, so I may have to reload a save. Also, the game's not as laggy as it was last time I played. Essentially, I should be able to convince Reed Thompson to leave.
Yeah, huh?
My offer remains standing.
I want to talk to you about
Go
something.
ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors. Borderline.
Don't you want people playing
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our... But... Oh, we've scavenged together some more...
Oh boy.
Some of which...
Something
Go
else.
ahead.
What makes you think I can
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague.
You and Adelaide have a personal history.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. My offer of... Thank you. I can't head into the plant. Remember that you are representing your town and your...
Now that I have this, I want to see if I can speak to Adelaide. Because I don't remember exactly how I'm supposed to do this. It's been a very long time. I mean, my other thing is I just murder him. But he's generally trying to find a peaceful solution. Also, these things are so weird. Manti-pillars. They go from eggs to little bees to pillars to cocoons and then the giant mantisaurs. I have a feeling I'm going to have to reload a save.
I don't...
Oh. Oh.
I'm listening. That's not... But we... This is the old... Are you not... That's out... Where did... I could do without the... Is that a new... Oh, now I'm... You ought to try... Maybe... Listen. No. You carry on.
Come on.
I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to reload. Sucks. Oh no, wait, how much have I just... poop. Yeah, damn it. I need to go even further back. Hold up. Okay. So it says first I need to head to the desert camp and take the power regulator. Speak to Adelaide and Paul to come back. Okay, so I need to actually take the power regulator from here. Oh, damn it. Hold up. This means that I can actually use that save. Okay, so I just need to divert the power to Edgewater. Mm. Okay, so it isn't the geothermal power plant. Halcyon Helen.
On my way. Sure, on my way. Coming.
Hold up. Settings, controls. The triangle? There we go. Okay, that's how I do it. Just wanted to remind myself. So I need to route the power to Edgewater. And then I need to go speak to the deserters. Damn it, almost made it. Yeah, I already cleared this out in my own time when I had some spare time. And I can show you, and I can tell you the time. Inside my mind there is a digital mind. Alright, weapons. Yeah, nothing new.
The
Spaces,
control room
trust.
should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Devilish Mist or Dervish Mist? That's close enough. What's down here then? Security Chief's card. Stimulation, Liberty Spirit. I can open that. Oh, hold up. Lockpick. Well, I've already got my best lockpick and stuff on.
Great work. Don't mess with us.
Okay, so how did I do this thing here? Terminal is going to mention that the logic unit has been locked in the storage room across the hall. Okay.
Okay, gone quiet.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
This is odd. Why? Oh, you made it out of the
All
junkyard.
systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties. Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective.
Let me show you. You want me to help you destroy the other mechanics?
Affirmative.
I'm not sure.
Entering stand. Affirmative.
Congratulations, I like the sound of that. I just got a little helper, buddy. Oh, it's down in the pit.
Not real. You're not real.
Oh boy, there's someone actually down here. No idea what this actually does. Riot control armor. Yeah, it's bad, so I can't get in there without certain someone's password. So in which case... Let's see, done that one. Oh, heavy ammo. Being that way, so yeah, this way.
Get away! No, just leave me alone.
I'm coming.
Go away, Phantom! No, just leave me alone.
Hey, it's the Volume 3. Movement, subkit. That's where this goes. Resting. There he is. Hello.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
Calm down, I'm trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're eating sprats?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
I'm gonna switch to a more charismatic outfit. Oh, that's pretty. Tech skills, hack. Intimidate, melee. That's just raw. Long guns. Well, I believe that's all I got. Wear this hat though.
What's eating you?
What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over. I've come...
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
You worked on these, there's no way to strike.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come.
I can deal with the mechanicals. This far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I discovered a flaw. They're hot.
Mechanicals will behavior the legend wants one to temper with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal.
Any idea where I can find the logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem.
I'm to ask you
The
something.
tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you...
How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So this looks like it's been around for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
He's been playing a game. Oh, it looks like ah, fuck, what's that game called? Frustration?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
So if I go back to A up here, modify behavior, select new mode, select new target, define intruders, Spacer's Choice Auto Mechanicals. Now they're gonna start shooting each other, I guess. Okay, am I missing something? Oh, this way. Okay. Am I misremembering where it is? Was it back here? Was it before I went down? Might be. Yeah. I have your security oh no, maybe it's in the last room. Most, if not all, the robots should now be dealt with. But this place is a maze. What do I have? I'm currently using these ones. Yeah, I don't think it's worth tinkering on them yet.
enforcement mode.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how, in Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't...
You didn't, I can't hear from you. Plant status. To Edgewater. There we go. Now I can open up that front door over here. Last thing I want to do is open up those doors that required more mag picks. I think they were down here.
Done.
Yeah, that was it. That was that. I figured that would have been it. I should have said other mag picks. I'll buy some more. Hmm. I want to get this up so I can actually get my companions to do stuff.
everybody keeps staring. No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3.
The geothermal plant? That's a complete set. Oh, aside,
I'm glad we...
I've been saving something for you.
You really should do a say. No, no, hold up. I accidentally just pressed load. And hell no. Let me save game.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to... This is all you're doing. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they...
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasted? Go talk to Grace, and you tell Rick...
Come back to Edgewater, Adelaide.
As long as Reed...
I'm willing to deal with Reed for
You
you.
offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of... Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can.
Need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You think I can convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I...
Sorry.
Time to come back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking... I get sick thinking about...
So, don't work at the counter, you wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide.
Stay put, I'm going to try and talk Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find...
I don't know what you...
It's time to go.
The man... Zoe came back. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand.
Don't do anything, I'm going to try and talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure.
Tis my goal. could just go. I could just leave. I've got my power regulator. I can leave. I could go. Somehow feels... What's it, dishonest? Yeah, but like, it feels bad to myself too. Putting all this effort. Gotta do something with it.
We made it! Don't mind slowly walking my way back from here. It's less than 100 meters away, and I can sell the stuff off. Actually, I should mark off what I want to keep and what I want to sell. So, actually I can break some of these down into parts. There you go, I can move again. Now I need to try and convince Reed to step back down.
This is a fine day, friend. I trust Adelaide's people have seen...
I spoke to Adelaide, but she won't come back as long as you are here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over... I am not perfect.
The town's terrified of the plague. Abernathy asked me to steal medicine.
I am not without compassion for Abernathy's prediction. I am a Spacer's Choice man.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Of course you're going to get sick. Have you people ever actually eaten a vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw... We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
What exactly are you putting in those cans?
Processed, liquefied, retextured salt tuna rendered in a chemical bath, of course. Well, mostly salt tuna. We've been experiencing a salt tuna show. We've added wood chips, some mushrooms, bit of sand, tossed some canid bits in our processor once. It all tastes like salt tuna in the end.
How long have you been living like this?
Couple years, give or take, right around the time the first wave of plagues hit the town. Now listen, I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How...
Look, Reed, all this involves some really complicated math, and it works.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, my life here is ended.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation.
You won't last a day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself last.
You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague.
Take care. Can I steal this guy's...
Shh.
No, what other quests have I got? Yeah, die robot, I can do while I'm here.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of...
Something got you down?
Nothing.
Sort by head body. So that does determination 5. Anything else do determination 5? Nope. Longer. Alright, so the next thing is just straight up defense. Yeah, nothing's coming close. Intimidate. Anything else with intimidate? Nope. No, lockpick. Sneak. Melee. Long guns. That one's also long guns, so I can add that to junk. This is tech skills. I think that one's tech skills too. Hack, tech skills, stealth skills.
I hate you, vending machine.
Spacer's Choice. Music to my ears.
Hold to sell the job. Hack. Do I have a... I don't think I've got a helmet with plus hack on it. Let me have a look. Determination. No, I don't have a helmet with just hack on it, so I'm probably going to buy that.
Work your job. Music to my ears.
Yep, I'm going to buy that. Tech skills, tech skills. I've already got tech skills. stealth skills, hack skills, got that. Determination, I've got the thing I'm wearing right now. Don't need any of this. Padded, mark, cold armor rating. Stealth kit, help me with stealth. The main thing I want to do is the mag fix. The bypass shunts. And then... yeah, no, 655. I could buy them all, but I think I'm good.
Abernath.
Hey, it's numb to the bone thanks to Zero.
Oh, there, I think that.
Nothing like a good hit of ammo.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Just, you know, don't mention the corpses. It'll be fine. It's not like this town is, here's the thing. The corpses are a means to an end. Once they can get a farm going with the amount of corpses they have, they're alright. Everyone's food, there's no more plague. They have a healthy farm. It serves them. It's the lesser of two evils. Either that or just root it up and leave these people here to die. I'm wondering if that one place is open now. One place I couldn't open before. Now that I've sorted out the power plant issue.
Look at that.
I told Reed to leave, come back to Edgewater.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here.
Edgewater's better off with you running the place.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? I might turn that old cannery into a garden. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden.
So wait, what did I get? Power regulator. I got a watch. Adelaide's watch. It's worth. Oh shit! It's worth a lot.
Adelaide's okay.
Don't see why Tom... Something I can help... Nothing. With the power going...
How do you expect me to enjoy the adventures of the mass marketeer with no power?
I know, I'm trying to think.
I need some time to gather my personals.
Okay. Now that I've routed the power away from here. I'm gonna go check this other building, because I wasn't able to get in it before. This right here. Maybe we come back here at some point? Block, determination, dodge, stealth, 17. Now, if I believe if I go to the map, I'm actually going to go to the landing pad because I want to turn in the thing for Ludwig. Ludwig.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
Found one in the geothermal
Bang up work,
power
soldier.
plant.
You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. So this is it then. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile.
I got the shock stick. I got a few melee weapons. So yeah, it looks like for this planet they give you a range of different melee weapons. I believe that is me done. Let's head over to the Unreliable. What do you have to say, mister?
Things are changing around the Vale. Don't matter much.
Let's look about Eugene.
Yeah. Yeah. The night we were supposed to commend his body. When I woke up, his body. Let me know. Yeah?
Is it like just down here I can find it? Like on the beach? Am I misremembering? I know it isn't too far from the graveyard because they couldn't drag the body too far. Yeah, it's fine, it's whatever. My ship. You're unreliable.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
You just met me. Why would you want to go in space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You've done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
You really want out of Edgewater that badly?
Yeah, I really do. My whole life's been small. I realized that when you walked into town. I've been seeing the same faces every day, the same sky, the same stars. Then I saw this ship. This gorgeous, stately lady with her eyes turned skyward, and I made up my mind to come along with you.
Glad to have you along, Pravati. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Hey, Victor.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
He's got a point to be a bit wary. I would. Give me just a second, guys. Let's open something out of my phone. That. And then switch to that. Give me a second. I'm almost done.
Hey, take your time.
Okay, break down tossable stack may as well. Keep these, they're not too bad. Use workbench to tinker. Wait, hold up. Pavati. So your hammer. Do you want? Let's see. You're giving you either this hammer here, Maxwell, or shock stick. Mr. Argent speed grip, and this has got nothing. It's high DPS at level 5. I'll go with this one, probably. We'll do more stuff against robots. And gun-wise, use workbench to break down your old hammer. And let's start tinkering. Now, tinkering isn't expensive at the beginning. It's relatively cheap, so I'm gonna do this till I feel relatively comfortable. Actually, let's repair all equipped. Yeah, repair that one too. Anyway, fully repaired. Okay, so yes, like this, it starts off relatively cheap. So I was gonna keep tinkering away until it gets like ridiculously expensive. So first of all, anything that's below 50, including companion stuff. Let's do below 100. Good enough for now. I could break down this plasma rifle. It's not cutting it. Do I have... let's speak to Ada anyway.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
How power
Do you know how to install...
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Here the engine comes along. I love that sound. It's just... Is it weird to say a sound is mesmerizing? Just give me a second, I'm almost done with what I'm doing. Bathed in red light. Looks so evil and menacing. Now I want to have a quick look around. Has this opened up like different areas on my ship now? Oh, they're still sealed. I think they open up once I'm in flight. Or maybe after I've spoken to Ada. Ada!
What can I do for you, Captain?
Install the power
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling alright. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Still sorry from just leaving Halcyon altogether.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
But let's go this one. How do you know I can trust her?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Can't I land somewhere outside of Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
What kind of... want to explain what it is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
How much of this thing has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
People want extra why do I need a gadget? Watch, full seems all hatched.
Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination.
Got it. I'm gonna have a little look around my ship. It's Pavati. How are you doing, Pavati?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship?
It's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Apparently it is one who actually flies the ship.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Party, we fix your full cooperation.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. I
love Pavati. She's so cool. Oh, she's got like resting smirk and I love it. Do you learn your 75 sound like when you talk to Reed?
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
You worked beside your father your whole life?
Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixes like busted crate latches.
Should ever do any work on spaceships?
Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that.
Reed seemed to have it in for you.
I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you're actually good at this, and you enjoy it. Why are people not having you get amazing at this job?
Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they began. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening.
You don't have any say in it at all?
I reckon you could say, no thanks, I don't want a job. But then you don't got a job.
But you're actually good at this, and you enjoy it. One up to them your whole life.
They're powerful good tests. They rattled off this whole list of names who'd worked on them, with fancy bits hanging off them. Doctors and esquires and the thirds. Even if you don't believe they actually catch what everybody's best at, everybody's got to take them. So at least it's fair-ish.
Yeah, but you're actually good, doesn't you enjoy it?
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you didn't like your classes?
Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches.
Yep.
Then there'd be quizzes on
It's
company
university.
regulations for
It's
storage and
university.
maintenance
God damn
of
it,
wrenches.
Kavati. What did you do in your time off? Did you get time off?
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
Did you build anything fun?
When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big old hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you make good time with him after you got back from after school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Why is that a thing? Wait till it's out. It's like... there's a chance I could accidentally hit the go away papaya button. And I never want to do that. Alright, captain's quarters. Adelaide is a trainer independent on the board. You told him parcel never dream. I believe this is my chest. Yeah, so I'm gonna plonk some stuff down in here. Store. Keep these. Yeah, I'm just gonna store all of these except for like +1 personality mind. These are mind, party, personality, so the rest of these can go. So I'm not gonna use them, I'm gonna forget. If I know there's a big fight coming up, I know where to come to get all of my drugs. Backpack, self-patching. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a bit laggy. Holographic trap. Holographic trap projects the disguise on you and your companions and gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for said area. It's definitely going to help out a lot in the next area. In no, it's not Byzantium, it's... Oh, is it Byzantium? No, it's the Groundbreaker. Alright, let's go check these other rooms. So this robot. Sam the automechanical. One day we can get him functional. Let's have a look. Parvati's father. She's got not a drug, but it's nice actually they have their own room set out. No one in here yet, I don't think. Ah, here's the priest. So we're gonna
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
I know what the Fibonacci spiral is. I'd like to know about those I'm flying with. Tell me again about those books we picked up that's in French.
Bocconi, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bocconi's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where you can find someone who speaks French in the colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bocconi. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Feels like a good lead. Well, how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Why is that simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
Worked
I
at a
meditated,
prison.
led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
How will the crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
That sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Woohoo! Let's see what other rooms... Yeah, I'm pretty sure these ones will just be empty. For now.
The woolly milk has coagulated into woolly curds again, Captain.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, skills and perk points. What to do? I want to get my leadership up, so yeah, so it's at least 20. Six points left. seems good to me. Woohoo! Okay, now perk. And alone. And the warp speeds up. Which is the perk that allows me to like buy the good shit from the vendors. Actually, I think that's somewhere else. Good chance. Yeah, let's leave this first. Tempted to get that through the world. Oh, vendor prices. Nah, it's not the vendor prices. I want. Cargo hauler, quicken the dead. Do slow the world. It's a pretty good one. Vicar Max, shotgun. Yeah, he's pretty good for now. Can level him up. Here's one perk point. It's hard not to pick that. Well, I believe we are ready to make our way to the Groundbreaker. Go to Scylla. Monarch. Go straight to Monarch. Yeah, the Groundbreaker. Space's choice. Travel advisor to the system map. It's just
Groundbreaker has
the
approved
map
our
I just
request
used
for
worked.
docking, Captain. You're free to disembark. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be?
Nothing about the automechanical gathering distance of the Johnson class.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
That's... No, I hear it.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Tell me a joke.
A star walks into a black hole but doesn't seem fazed. The black hole then turns to the star and says, I don't think you understand the gravity of this situation. As you wish.
Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
Maybe.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Royal Alaska, is the USO, or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been other captains of the ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Talk about something else.
How can...
Need to know about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Phineas's orbital lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
No, do not do that.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Why'd you say that? I think might be rough.
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
I want to ask about something else.
Of course. What part of the colony?
The Groundbreaker.
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination.
But what's it
If
like?
we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
You can take care of this for that, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
I would do it with that. Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Let's talk about
Of course. What part of the colony?
Terra 2.
Where in Terra 2?
Emerald Vale and Edgewater.
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
How is it rotating since you left it?
Since you diverted power to Edgewater, the botanical lab shut down, and the deserters were forced to return to town. Meanwhile, the cannery's output increased, enabling the town's population to prosper. Thank you for nothing, Captain.
What do you mean I said fucking...
I cannot say.
What do you think of the townsfolk?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but I'm sure they are wonderful humans who... How can I be of... What part of
the colony, and the last one is Monarch.
Where in Monarch?
Stella Bay?
Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's smuggler's port at Fallbrook.
Smuggler's port?
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
Why is Monarch being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness, and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Let's go somewhere else.
What part of the colony?
Monarch
Where
again, and Cascadia.
Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death.
Who people live in Cascadia aside from the Marauders?
There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death.
What's the local report?
The local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad.
Sounds dangerous.
This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? I suppose you would find an environment like this fun.
I mean, yeah. Let's put something up.
How can I...
That's it.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess...
Okay, so I believe... Pravati?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure we could have an engine right now. I just can tell you my crew join hers.
Gosh, no, Captain. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless, or by... And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
Sure, we could have it over engineer now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to...
Continue. Brewery 3000. I forgot to go and read the flip thing in my ship. I need to go back in. I meant to read the terminal and I just forgot because I'm an idiot. Ugh, I'm stupid. I don't need to go right back into my ship because I forgot something because I'm stupid. Luckily the inside of the ship doesn't take long to load. What's up here? Here. I just found Alex Hawthorne. Logs. Yeah. Working well designed. Also, it does suggest I go and visit Phineas to maybe get a shrink ray, so I might quickly do that.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
A second. Comments. Yep. I definitely am Zanaga. But yeah, essentially I finally managed to get to the end of the work I had, the workload I had to do. And I hadn't played any games in like several days. I was going a bit stir crazy, so I figured I'd...
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work?
But yeah, I'm probably not going to be on for too much
That's
longer.
loud.
Maybe only, let's think. Not too much, I'm trying to think of a good example. Ooh. Anything better for lockpick, I believe. Stealth skills.
Wish I could do that.
But yeah, I finished a big load of work I had doing. I finished that like a few hours ago now. And like whilst I was doing it,
my ongoing experiments.
I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't
myself.
play games whilst I was doing it. So yeah.
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Phineas! I figured I'd come say hello.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of that.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I want to talk to you about something else.
Of course. What's on your...
Is there some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Well, like they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
So I just want to talk
What's
to you
on
about. No, that's it for now. I want to have a look around this room. Hibernation helmet?
Your old hibernation mask. Can't you move it? You know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Well, let's have a look at it then. Tech skill. Oh, tech skills on the helmet. So tech skills on the helmet. Medical science engineering. So it's pretty good. Key, that's a new one. Have a brief look around. What is this? Oh, hello. His name is Bubbles, because he has. Make to power. Reminder, obscure body in the SKA system. Now I know he has. What's this?
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Sissy pigs make excellent test subjects. Also, surprisingly nutritious.
Here it is. Shrink ray.
Aha! I see.
Jock weapons and R&D department. Science weapons. Those are unique weapons that have strange, powerful effects.
You found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find the target, point and shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Oh, holy shit. Hold up. Hold up, the thing just like updated by like 7 messages. It's got off work, it's good to hear you decide to be an adult. Hey! Okay, I'll send you something through Discord. I'm a procrastinator. You just got back. It's odd that I have a generic face. What? I see you are just saying the lines. Tomorrow will be fun. Wait, why is tomorrow gonna be fun? Am I missing something?
I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Nah, wait. that. So we have a new weapon. This thing has the ability to shrink people, and it's really fun. Okay, is something happening tomorrow that I'm not aware of? Was that the thing in regards to what you sent me, I guess? Did you send me I will have my chat fixed in a minute or two, so there might be a bit of a delay. I've acquired posters. I'm wondering if they go up in my room? Or... That's not my room. I have an idea of whose room they go up, but I don't have that companion yet, so I don't know if they're going to show up there. Yeah, this one. Hold up, I'm almost done. Python lab. Gotta feed this. I do apologise that I keep getting distracted. I'm almost done with what I was doing. I should be good for that. Right. I should almost have my chat back up in like just a few minutes. Maybe 3, 4. It'll give me enough time to go through these loading screens. Actually, can I upgrade? Because the first upgrade is always usually quite cheap. Yeah, I can upgrade this a bit. What's my current tech skills? It'll be even higher once we have Pavati and them on my team. Yes, it's the Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Continue. love the music in this game, it's so good. Just hits that atmosphere.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
Been here before?
As always, something...
Let's talk about this personal
Yes,
procedure.
well, now that we're here, can we check in with security?
Why do you want to do
If
that?
I can access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, I can easily hack into their arrivals and departures registry. That'll give us dates, times, and the crew manifests for every registered ship. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
And Pavati. Wait, where's Pavati? Do you have anything to say about the
That was a good
groundbreaker?
thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
You remember that bit. No, so she remembers it that better than in Ada. Oh boy, I believe this is Felix. Oh, another one of my favorite characters.
Just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out in that rock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this.
Hello.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I know you were in a bit of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
How'd you know almost knocked someone out with a toss ball stick?
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked it with a toss ball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Rizzo's Rangers?
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's what you do there. So you defend the honor of your team.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Do you got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Technically, the previous captain died in a horrible accident.
So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never caught your name, I'm Alice.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make...
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Did I just hire Felix? I don't know if I did.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
And the answer was... Okay, so I can't get him yet. but it won't be too far off me actually being able to get him. In that case, I can have my Twitch chat open back up properly. There we go. The chat I have coming in now, once it decides to actually reconnect me, should be up to date with what's on the stream. There we go. Modded.
Move along.
Don't know how much longer I'm going to stay up. I might just get myself to a nice place here. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours already. Oh, this is one way in. No, we'll go in the front way. We're driving. Rise comes out tomorrow. Yeah. I suppose that does sound kind of fun. I really should get a Switch at some point, but I've got to make priorities. There's other stuff that takes precedence over a Switch for me. Namely, an actual, probably working computer. Well, at least one's better than my current one. Oh, I want that. When are you not going to be looking at me? I need my sneaky stuff. Sneak, hack, lockpick, sneak. This is stealth skills was 5. I'm gonna save before I do this, just in case all hell. I don't see anyone looking at me, but in case it decides to be funny about it. Did I get it? So now I believe with that we should.
Great work.
I should. Yeah, my holographic disguise is counting. Alright, so I wanna make sure I just stroll on through, keep on strolling, just having a look around. Yeah, I can technically get in this way.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
I want these. Yeah, right, we've got a Mardet keycard. That's going to be useful for when we have to break into another area. Anyway, let's go through the front door.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at him.
Customs and inspection, right?
Let's have a look what they have for sale. Anything new? Probably not. Nah.
This way!
This one. Oh, more weapons. Heavy machine gun, flamethrowers, all some big weapons coming in. Still not worth spending money on. Talk.
Identification, please.
I don't know if it's my first time here.
You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space!
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
So I'm stuck here.
Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock. Of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem.
Any idea why this ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Great. I'll talk to him and I'll straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Trying to find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
How does Halcyon Holdings work anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm being serious. I'm new around here. I just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does the Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So there's actually a board with all these companies' heads in it?
Sitting around, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Got it.
Glad to help.
Just with a little look.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird.
She means the ship.
In a good way.
not the engineer, Junlei. Got it.
Happy to help.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
That is true. What do you know about sublight salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
So I need to know about work. What can you tell me about Uden Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Sounds like so there's tension between the Groundbreaker and the board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
How can the Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Makes sense. Glad to know how sound the best. Keep pushing.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Thanks for the info. Anything else? Looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Got it.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
See you around.
Be seeing you.
So our ship has been impounded. Was it Lee Ferez or Commandant Sania?
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time, nor loitering.
Mentioned in the Macred bounty. Where can I find them?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting. Why don't you send them around to apprehend it?
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
What bounties do you have available?
Still waiting to hear back.
Can help us with
the outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location...
can I... Is this Wells Fargo's criminal or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him.
What sort of security they do on the space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? Well, I'm on post.
Alright, just trying to make conversation.
I'm not here for...
Wow. So what's a Mardette?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardette and not guard officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailwood Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Yeah. This game, it's made by New Vegas, so there's going to be a lot of...
Haven't seen you around before.
There's going to be a lot of, like...
What can Groundbreaker security
it's
do
made
for
by
you
Obsidian,
today?
the same people who made New Vegas. So this game will have a lot of, like, moral choices to be made. Oh, fuck it, I just turned off a chat. Give me a second. Hate, it's just one flick. Stream manager. And I've got my chat back. Yeah. If you've never played a game made by Obsidian, you're missing out. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today? I'm just getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, ma'am. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sonita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
No, why not? Why can't you take incident reports?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Ah. I bet you got C control over the system locked up back there.
Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here.
So what if some of the countrymen I'm here to claim it?
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
Do. I don't know, toes or something?
We can't just let anyone walk in here. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with...
Eventually. Do me a favor and I'll owe you one.
All right, I...
So I believe I can just get in here now. Yeah, so I don't even need the Mardette thing. But more importantly, this is open.
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
Confiscate goods, security logs, checked.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Give the data cartridge to Vicar Max. Well, we'll wait until he's come out of there. Vicar!
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook.
Yeah, so
rented to the same bit card to buy his seat on the salvage ship.
On the last planet, I had to
guessed.
make a decision on
what better place to lay low if you wish to avoid
the
the
deserters of this like town, which is really awful. If they were to have their power cut, or the town itself to have their power cut, because I needed the power generator from one of them. So I had to go really out of my way to essentially, hopefully, make peace between both of them. Perception, you hesitate there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding them. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Still seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay. So where was I when I broke him? Was I up there? Freighter crew. Just gonna have a brief look around. Purple bear?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave this planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This has
We've got a fight on our hands.
Oh, now. Okay.
I've had quite enough of you!
Well then, this is unexpected. It's been, I have been played through this game before, but I did that back in like 2019. It's been a long time. I played it and binged and completed it within a week. Ooh.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but...
Oh, this is for the science
weapon.
weapon.
Sheer universal beauty.
Yeah, so this is a new science weapon, let's have a look at it. Big old hammer. Do you want this? I'll let you try it out. I'm not a melee build, so they can have it. Right, I think we're gonna end the stream as we part through here. Welcome to the Groundbreaker.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
I love how this looks.
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the docking bays? Yeah, about 10 years back. That was before Bedford negotiated for a bigger office.
Such a pretty area.
Must be good at his job. Better than the last. Between you and me, though.
Also, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I'm sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. And sometimes I forget.
Yeah, what could have just been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's about the struggle, but they got good hats.
That's true.
Are you gonna save
Yeah.
for that? There you go.
I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's the Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
What is he trying to say? Here to ask about the hat.
I'm
Look at this
bound
guy's
to
hat.
satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Where can I get a hat like yours?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
Are you doing alright in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help you get here out on there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I'm just another piece of it. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
I'm sorry if I pushed you hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
What do you sell here?
Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that too.
So we should have called him his voice thing. Show what you've got then.
Have a look.
What do they have? I'm trying to remind myself. Nothing too much in terms of weapon. Oh, maybe some better art. Look at the... Block, intimidate, melee. It's just armor. I'm tempted to buy it. Do I buy one? Yeah, it's a moon mask. And I want buy passion. Now, if I put on the hat, is he gonna question it?
What can I do for you? Don't take my word.
Hey, see, we're wearing the same hat.
I got you too? Yeah. Looks really good on you. What a snug fit on your giant head.
You think he means it?
As a consumer-facing representative of Spacer's Choice, I'm obligated to project honest testimony, including what I just said. Wear it with pride, with hope. No one can take that away from you.
Hey, right. So what do I actually want to wear for the time being? Something to help me out with my speech, maybe? Intimidate, hack, what, pick, tag skills. On gun science. So, intimidate. That's one for that. Could lie. Lie will be better. And then hack, tech. Oh. Melee, stats. What text?
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
This is Halcyon News.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
How's life on the ground break?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
Mention Sublight?
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
How's Grandpa keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Do you do business with criminal merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Thank you. Ooh, persuade. Oh, persuade might be better. Do I have persuade helmet? I don't think I do, so I'm going to take that as well as... so persuade helmet, yeah, I definitely want that. And then science, I definitely have a better science helmet. Yeah, because switch over to hack tech. I believe tech is part of science. Let me double check that. Skills. So tech covers medical science and engineering, yeah. Yeah, so I don't need science. Melee, stealth skills, Nah, I don't need it. So it's 220, there's nothing I can do. Skills, big heavy armor, tech skills, got 350, defense. I'm better just about that with tech skills. Dodge. So this first one is tech skills. So if I were to go to my current one with tech skills, which is not on here, I can't sell it. Oh, it's because I'm wearing it. With 7 versus the one they sell with tech skills 6. So it's mine's actually better. Dodge 30. Not bothered about dodge. 14 armor though. Would be real tanky, and yeah, I don't need this one. So yeah, I'm gonna sell on this, and I'm gonna buy some of those for either defense or dodge. Defense. There we go. A bit more tanky now.
Carry on.
Ooh, secret tunnel.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
No, that about answers it.
I have no idea where I'm going. Oh. Anything else I really want in here? Just wear my stealth stuff real quick.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Oh fuck, how did I get through, was it? Here? I just died straight across, didn't I? So in that case I want my come on, you can move. Alright, as soon as she starts moving over to there. So that's the way I can get back in there if I need it for later.
Seeing you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisements for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo?
Right, I think with that, gonna set ourselves up in front of Gladys. Gonna wear our persuade and whatever we have for an outfit we're gonna talking with. Sure. And I think we're gonna end it there. It's now 1 in the morning. I definitely need to be getting to bed. Yeah. Thank you whoever did tune in, and good night everyone.